Hey everyone, Danielle here. My pronouns are she, her. Today is Thursday, December 19th. It is very quickly approaching to Christmas, and that's terrifying. But I just wanted to show you something really funny. I am not done working on this yet. This is the Nutcracker by RATM. Since I last showed it in my first part of December Flosstube, I've added her legs, and I finished off the blue motif, and I've started this red motif, and there are flowers there. But while I was working on the blue motif, my finger kept hitting what I thought was a knot, and so I turned my work over, and I just have to show you. So you see where the little yellow stitches are, which on the front were little 5-stitch motifs in between those diamond areas? Look at what 2022 Danielle did. 2022 Danielle started and stopped for every little motif there. And then here's 2024 Danielle, who just carries. Yeah. But I just thought that was so funny. I was like, look what I did. And trust me, when I do, there's like 3 more of these. They go in the last full diamonds, which are here, here, and here. Yeah, we're just gonna run right under those stitches, do another 5 stitches, run under here, and do 5 more stitches. I thought it was funny. But yeah, I'm actually using this project right now to do parade progress, which is where you watch a whip parade or a finished parade, or as I am watching right now, I'm watching Erin Martini do her 2025 plans parade of the 100 things she plans to start. And you take your starting picture and then an ending picture, and you post to your stories. Hashtag whip parade, hashtag parade progress 24_25. Hosted by Michelle Bindi Stitchy. And yeah, so that's been fun. I got 300 stitches during Cross Stitch the Globes whip parade, and 250 stitches during the 310 Stitchers whip parade. So yeah, it's whip parade season. All right, see y'all in the next clip. Bye. Hey everyone, today is Sunday, December 22nd, and I have a small finish. This is Quirky Quaker Snowfolk #1 by Darling and Whimsy. This is a 2-part chart. The Snowfolk has a top hat and a bow tie, and the other Snowfolk has a little blue winter hat and scarf. But I stitched this up. I was just feeling a little burned out on the Nutcracker. I haven't decided. I may put in some more work on it before the end of the year, but I just needed a quick win. I needed something small and that I didn't have to think too hard about. And yeah, and I think I'm actually going to start the Christmas tree one next. I'm just moved my fabric so that I can start it over here on this side. Yeah, I pulled some Forbidden Fiber Co., I think. No, I pulled some Roxy Floss Co. for the tree, but for the Snowfolk, I just used the DMC. And yeah, that is about all I have to say about this. I don't know how much stitching I'll get done in the next few days. Gotta get ready for Christmas. I need to wash some dishes, and we still need to do some shopping today, actually. And then just, we'll have dinner on Tuesday and we do like breakfast and presents on the day of, and then we watch Christmas movies all day. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's all I have for this clip. And I will see you probably after Christmas. Bye. Hey everyone, it is currently Thursday, December 26th, and I'm sitting here stitching this Quirky Quaker Christmas tree. I don't think I showed it when I started it. I think the last thing I showed was finishing my snowman, but I just wanted to come on here to be like, can you hear the rain? It has been raining like this for a while. But yeah, so I will check in again very shortly because my plan is to definitely finish this tonight. I only have like 140 stitches left, so see you in the next clip. Bye. Hey everyone, it is still Thursday, December 26th, and I finished my Quirky Quaker. The rain kind of stopped, so I'm glad I recorded that little clip when I did. But yeah, so I started this right after I finished the Snowfolk one, which is just on the other side of this fabric, which I think I keep forgetting to say. This is a 14 count, one of a kind from Brennan Needle that I think I bought when I was at Stitch North. And this is the Quirky Quaker Christmas Tree by Darling and Whimsy. And I stitched it with, I picked out these 3 Roxy Floss Co. flosses. They are, the green one is Take a Bow, the red one is Maraschino, and the gold is Colonel Mustard. The red ended up being like pinker. Then I kind of realized when I had them upstairs, but I still think that they look really good together, and like together they look more red. Like when I look at that color by itself, it definitely reads more pink. But yeah, I like it. It was charted with, instead of this gold being more of like a silver color, but I like a good like red and green Christmas color scheme. And also, like when my husband and I were first starting out, and I didn't have like any of my own holiday decor, we used his family's tree and tree decorations, which for them, like they didn't have any like special like personalized ornaments. They just had a set of red and gold balls, and so that was how our tree was decorated for a couple of years, was in red and gold balls. So I thought that was kind of a nod. But yeah, so I finished this. I did technically work on it for 4 days because I started it on one day but only got 19 stitches in, but technically I really kind of did it in 3 days. It was kind of madness this week with Christmas. There were 2 days that I did not stitch because I was just too busy and too tired and in too much pain from all the cleaning and cooking and all that stuff. Really glad that Christmas is behind us now. I like to just, I usually leave my Christmas decor up until like the middle of January, because now I like to just enjoy it. Like when I put it up, it's all about like getting it ready for the holidays, but then after the holidays are over, then I can just enjoy it. But yeah, so I guess I don't really know what I want to do for the next, I have a week, technically less than a week, until I go to New York. Have I said that on Flosstube that I'm going to New York? It was a very last minute decision. It was not a long-term plan. But I technically leave on the 2nd. My flight is a red eye on the 3rd. So I leave at like 1 o'clock in the morning, but you know, you gotta be to the airport a couple hours before. So I'm gonna technically be leaving on the 2nd of January, late in the day. And then I don't return until the 8th of January. And so I don't really know what I want to work on in this next week. I left the Nutcracker out, so I think maybe I'll go back to that. I've been tempted to start something, but I don't really know what. Yeah, so I just don't know. But I think I'm done stitching for today, and I'm actually gonna go upstairs and work in the craft room, which I totally thought would be done by now, but it's been very tedious. The only tasks I really have left are to hang fabric and also deal with the dinky dyes. And basically, I'm just not gonna deal with the dinky dyes right now. I'm gonna put them up on the little spinny racks without floss dropping them onto their pip and chip floss drops that I bought. And I'm just gonna try to slowly do that project over time. I just can't. I have a couple hundred skeins of floss, and I tried the night that I started, I only did like 16, and it was the most like boring, want to bash your head into a wall kind of task that I don't think that I can get that all done before I say that the room is just done, you know? So I do still want to do a tour of it when it's done, but I gotta get the fabric hung up, the rest of the dinky dyes up onto the spinny racks, just by punching little holes, hole punch into the tags that they already have on them. I gotta hang up my sign, and then I have a little dresser down here that I want to move upstairs. So the dresser needs to go up. And then I just have a few things I need to take out of the room still, which I do need to do in the next week because I have a donation pickup set to happen. So those need to come downstairs so they can get donated. And then the room will be done and I'll be able to make a video to show it off. I'm guessing that's still probably gonna be post, like after New York. So, but yeah, so I think I'm gonna be done stitching for the day and actually go upstairs and work on hanging fabric. I did have like so much of the fabric hung up, but then I realized that kid size hangers would actually be better for the space, and the fabric still hangs on them really well. So now I have to rehang all the fabric I already hung. So, all right, that's gonna do it for this clip, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hey everyone. It is currently, oh my gosh, is it Friday? The 27th? I don't know. It's December 27th. Time has lost all meaning. But I am checking in that I am setting down the Nutcracker by RATM. I think that this is well, I know it's a Picture This Plus. I think that it is called Regency. I was actually watching Mandy's Flosstube, and they said they had a whip on Picture This Plus Regency, and I was like, I think that's what this is. So I started, this is one of my oldest whips. I started this in September of 2021. It was one of my birthday starts. I did like 5 that year. And I did not work on this at all last year in 2023. I had planned to, and then I did not. So this was the first time touching it in like 2 years. And this was also the last whip that I needed to touch in order to have touched all of my whips this year. so that feels really good. And yeah, when I pick this up, I know I filmed a clip, but I think that was in my last, oh gosh. I don't like that this phone does this. This has definitely just been since I got my new phone. Whenever I put my hand into the frame, it like warms the colors up really badly. Anyway, I think when I picked this up, it might have been in my last, like the first half of December clip. So anyways, I just thought I would show you like what I had done versus what I did. So when I picked this up, sorry, it's just gonna go warm. I had this motif done, these motifs, this motif. I had about half, a little more than half of this motif done. My line was somewhere in this area here. I had all of her hair done, her arms, I should say, all of her like top part of her tutu. And then I only just had like this little square and this little triangle of her skirt. So when I picked it up, I finished the skirt. I did her legs and slippers. I did this snowflake, this. Came over, at some point I finished the blue. I might have finished the blue before I did stuff over here. But finished the blue, put these little doodads in between, started and finished this red and gold motif, started and finished these flowers, started and finished this hoop or this ornament here, which those white stitches are ghosting pretty badly. They're okay in person. It's not great, not gonna lie. There's like another 700 stitches in 3865 or whatever it is. I may try to find a different white or something, because yeah, these aren't great, but it's just gonna be okay. Same with, actually, these aren't great either, which this is not white, it's some other color. And then I did this here. I could have still started another motif. There's another motif that starts like around here, but I wouldn't be able to finish the motif. And so I just thought I added 2,500 stitches to this, and my goal is, I mean, always at least 1,000, but like I almost always do more than that. 2,000 feels really solid to me. If I really get into something, I can usually add 2,500 to 3,000. If I'm not feeling something so much, then I usually only get 1,300 to 1,500. So I did add 2,500 stitches, and I was just kind of feeling like ready to put this away. And when I go to pick it up again, you know, I just have to have like this much of what I've already stitched into the frame to be able to start this motif. So I was like, it's not that big of a deal. Actually, here, I can just show you because I have the cover. So it's this motif right here that I didn't start. You can see the star for the tree. And then, so the next time I work on this, which will probably be next holiday season, we'll see, I will be attempting to get the whole tree, well, so that motif there with the red and gold. Oh my gosh, I can totally see it now. They're bells. They look like acorns to me, but they're bells. So I'll try to get this motif done, and then this whole tree and these presents. You can see I'm kind of like, so the page break is about here, or like, it's like right about here or something like that. So I'm working like by motif. And so like if I can't get conveniently in the 8x11 Q-snap, with it being oriented, only having 8 inches wide, I'm able to fit pretty much a whole page into here. but like I could have started, like I could have started this motif. I could have started, no, I couldn't have gone down more, but like, I don't want to start a motif if I can't finish it. So even though like bits of this motif are on page 2, I'm not doing that. So just, I do have, basically, I have finished 2 pages, which is exciting. I'll tell you what they're at. So of page 1, which is up here, I've done 96.5%. But that's made up for by the fact that on page 2, I have about 5% done. So between those two, it's like a page. And then this is, down here is page 5 and 6. Like I said, there's just a little sliver of 6. And for page 5, I have almost 94% done. And page 6 is a little over 4.5%. So like if you add the partial pages to the, you know, full pages, basically I have 2 pages done out of 12. This is a big piece. It has over 30,000 stitches. I still have 25,000 stitches to do. But yeah, so I'm very happy that I got this out to work on it. I do love the piece still. You know, it's one of those things where, because I didn't touch it last year, in the back of my head, I've had a little bit of an itch of like, it's so big, like, is it something that I want to keep persevering on? And I do think that I do. So it was nice to get it out. It needed some attention. Last year, I got very derailed by doing the Evertote Modern Folk Embroidery Roxy Floss Co. Countdown Stitch Along in December. It basically took up my entire month. And that's part of why I didn't do it again this year. I bought it. I have the pattern, I have the flosses, I have the fabric, but like I just decided that I couldn't commit to that basically being my whole December. So, yes, this was due to get some love. And yeah, so I think, I don't really know what I'm gonna stitch next. I'm not feeling particularly motivated to like get an older whip out. So maybe I just stitch Quirky Quakers for the next few days. I don't know, y'all. I really don't. But I will say a little bit of my plans are, so we're almost at the end of the year. I want to upload a finish. Dang it. If I do Quirky Quakers, then I can't really upload a finished parade yet, because I would probably finish one more before the 31st. But I thought I could upload a finished parade, because for my finished parades, I just do like a little 2 or 3 minute slideshow of pictures. I don't like hold everything up and talk about them. I very much do want to do a whip parade, but with my traveling next week, I think that my whip parade will be very like mid to late January, but I'm feeling very like excited about it right now. And so what I think I want to do is actually pull out all of my whips and take photographs of them, because this will serve 2 purposes. One purpose would be to do sort of an Instagram whip parade, where I can, because Instagram allows for 20, excuse me, I have to reach for my drink. Because they allow for 20 slides now, I could fit my whole whip parade into one post. So I would like to do an Instagram whip parade. And then also, the other purpose that would serve is I could finally make an album on my phone that has like start of year progress. Piper, Piper, stop that. No. Nope. Hi, would you like to come up here? Oh, okay. You need to lay down. Ma'am. Lay down. Okay, lay down. Do you want to look at my dog instead? She's like, I'm pretty cute. So I could finally make an album on my phone that has my start of year progress on all my whips. I have kind of long aspired to keep my previous progress photo. However, I just am not very good at that. I often find myself going to Instagram to be like, hey, what did this look like the last time I stitched on it? And now granted, it wouldn't be perfect for like if I work on it throughout the year, but what it would allow me to do would be in my next whip parade. So at the end of 2025, I can be like, here's this whip. This is what it looked like at the beginning of the year, and this is what it looks like now. So I think that I will do that. Pull out all the whips and take pictures of them and make an Instagram whip parade, and then do a full video whip parade after I'm home from New York. And yeah, so like I said, I don't know, I'll probably only film one more clip. There we go. I'll probably only film one more clip before I travel, and just show you whether it's like 2 quirky Quakers or a whip that I pull out. And then I will load a finished parade though before I go to New York, because I can whip that up really quick. So yeah, that is it for this clip, and I'll see you for one more clip before the end of the video. Bye. Hey everyone. It is currently Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. Happy New Year, I guess. I am doing my last check-in for my second half of December vlog. I leave for New York in like, it's 4 a.m. right now. I'm gonna leave my house at like 10 o'clock tonight. So I have one more sleep. I have to pack. But yeah, so anyway, I've been working on Coffee and Eggs by the Artsy Housewife. This is a 20 count panettone from Roxy Floss Co. This is sort of a mix of, I had bought the Roxy Floss Co. color conversion, but I've been having some issues with some of the colors that they sent. So at this point, this is about half Roxy Floss Co. and about half, I think everything I have selected has been Classic Colorworks. And y'all, I stitched so much on this thing. When I picked it up, I had the whole branch was done. The eggs were outlined. The rainbow was outlined. Like the pink wasn't done. It was just outlined. Every color was outlined. And then the chicken body was outlined. Like this dark color was outlined, but nothing else. So I filled in all the rainbow. I filled in the eggs. I filled in the whole body, added the tail, filled in the wing, made the little flower, gave the chicken its little like gobbly, red hen feather things and feet, did her hair, her face, and her collar. I added 2,900 stitches since I picked it up, and I did those 2,900 stitches in like 4 days. I had been using this project, well, various projects, but this was the last project that I'd been using for Parade Progress hashtag on Instagram. Y'all, I get very hyper focused when I'm doing Parade Progress. I will even pause the video while I rethread my needle because I'm like, that is wasted time. Like I want to know how many X's I can make in the video length. Like not how many, I don't want to lose time to threading my needle. So anyway, I'd been very hyper focused. And yesterday on January 1st, I did 1,060 stitches. Y'all, I have never even come close to doing 1,000 stitches in a day. Because 2024 was the first year tracking, I don't know this for sure, but I think that my all-time high previously was like high 700s, like 790, maybe an 800 something, maybe. But I for sure have never done 1,000 stitches. Yeah, so that felt really good to start 2025 with 1,000 stitches. It also feels really good because I'm about to not stitch I'm not gonna stitch. I don't know. I haven't decided. I still have time to stitch. I've got like 3 hours before I need to pack and go to bed. So I could stitch on something. I just don't know what. I don't know what. I'm having serious, like, I don't know what to work on problems. But part of why I decided to pull this out was because I had prepped a whole bunch of fill-in thinking that I would work on this at Pinwis and at Stitch New England, and I didn't do that at all. And so I was kind of like, I should at least do the fill-in that I had intended to do this year before the year is over, you know? So also this is a gift. So while I did not commit to any kind of timeline, I know how I tend to stitch, which is that I tend to only touch things once a year. And I didn't want this to take me 3 to 5 years to do. So yeah, but I'm really pleased with how it's looking now after having made some additional color substitutions. But yeah, so I'm very excited. Her jacket starts here. There's a little like platform that the chicken is standing on, and then it goes down to vines and flowers. There's like 2 coffee cups. There's butterflies along the side. Yeah, I love it. I really wanted to stitch it, but I didn't think that it needed to live with me, so I offered to do it for my aunt. And yeah, I really like how it's looking. So this is gonna be my last clip. I'm gonna upload this onto YouTube before I go to New York. I just filmed a whip parade, so you can see my state of all my whips. However, I don't think that I will get that onto YouTube before I go to New York. So the Flosstube will be up today on January 2nd. I get home on January 8th. So I'm thinking the whip parade should be up by the 15th or so. Yeah, so I was very excited to film my whip parade and happy that I did it and that it's done and that I didn't have to wait till I came home. And yeah, so I'm gonna end this now in this clip, in this vlog, and go to New York soon. I'm excited. Maybe I'll vlog a little bit in New York, at least like maybe not like talking clips, but like show you what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you all for being here, liking, commenting, subscribing, doing all those good YouTube things. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.